Hello, good evening. Welcome to day three of the B Game Conference. Welcome to day three of the B Game Conference. I believe you've all learned several things starting from Thursday, yesterday, and today from Emeka Nobi's keynote speaker, Emmanuel Ake, um, a host of others, Studio K, Coach Naomi, Sheyi Odebode, and the like. I hope you've learned so many amazing stuff. So before we proceed, please let's do our sound and video check. Can you hear me and can you see me? So if you can hear me, if you can see me, can you let me know? If you can see me, if you can hear me, let me know. Is my mic audible? Am I visible? Okay. Okay. So if you can see me, please let me know. You can also hear me, especially the sound, the audio. Can you hear me? Am I audible enough? Am I audible enough? All right, beautiful. Thank you. So you can also join us. You can help us share the link to this broadcast so that people will join. You can share it on your status, on your Facebook, wherever it is that you generate traffic from. You can help us share so that people will join us. Today is a very big day. In fact, you are not ready for what is about to hit you this evening. Today is massive, it's corrosive, it's going to be enlightening. In fact, just come with your jotter and your pen. I have mine here. I have mine here. I would also be taking notes too. All right, so we are going to listen to the profile of our next speaker. We are going to listen to the profile of our next speaker. So just stay put and let's listen to his profile. All right. So the profile is going to be played next on the screen and we'll unveil our next speaker.
Zim Simon. Zim Simon, popularly known as The Yeast, is a book designer and publisher, trainer and thought leader. His life's purpose is to equip and empower people to rapidly rise to the pinnacle of their potentials. Zim is the creator and founder of MoneyDemi, an edutech platform and online academy that equips and empowers individuals with strategies and tools to help gain financial freedom with their skills, idea, passion, knowledge, and talent. Trainings have directly impacted over 3,000 young people globally. This includes people from Cameroon, Canada, Congo, Ghana, India, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, and Zambia. He is also the author of the best-selling book, Unboxed, The Ultimate Guide to Making Crazy Money from Your Passion, which has directly and indirectly influenced over 20,000 people worldwide. Zim holds a bachelor's degree in building technology from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Nigeria, and diploma certificates from Word of Faith Bible Institute, Nigeria, Daystar Leadership Academy, Nigeria, and Willow Creek Association, Illinois, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, Zim Simon.
So good to be here. Good evening, everyone. Adeboye David, my main man. Good to have you. How is everything?
Bazin, fine, thank you. Thank you so much for being on the Big Game Conference. We are really excited to hear from you, and we cannot wait to listen to this amazing personality. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. So, am I good to go?
Yes, very well, sir.
All right. All right. So, good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I want to appreciate Esther Odemwingie and her team for putting together the Big Game Conference. All right, and I want to use this opportunity to also wish her a happy birthday. All right, thank you so much, Esther, for bringing me on board. This is an opportunity I don't take lightly, and if you're listening to me tonight, is going to be a game-changing experience for you. All right, it's going to be a game-changing experience for you. For the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking on how to maintain influence as you make more income. How to maintain influence as you make more income, right? So while I was preparing for this section, a single idea dropped in my heart. And what's that idea? The idea is this: whatever it takes to make something will be what will be what will be required to maintain that thing. So whatever it takes to make something is what's going to be required to maintain that thing. All right, I need you to take that down because it's very important in our discourse this evening. Let's take an example from creation, right? So fish was made out of water. One of the most important components when it comes to creating fish is water. And we all know that it takes water for fish to survive. It takes water to maintain the existence of a fish. Take a fish out of water and put it on land, and the fish will die off in minutes. The same thing with plants. It takes the soil, it takes the earth, and so many other components like carbon dioxide, and so many other components for a plant, for a seed to germinate out of the earth, right? In order to maintain its existence, that plant needs to be connected to the earth. The day the plant decides and says, I have arrived, I am now big, I am now a big boy, I'm chilling with the big boys, I now have big branches, I now have mighty leaves, I now have beautiful fruits, and it now says that, look, oh, I no longer want to be a part of what made me, and it uproots itself from the soil. What happens within the next few months is that we begin to notice that this tree will begin to die. Because why? What made it was what was required to maintain it. This is very important, right? So maintaining influence as you make more income, right? There have been situations where people get to make more money, and before you know what's happening, they begin to go in a downward spiral, because as they made money, they didn't know how to maintain the influence that got them that money in the first place, right? And my section today, I'm going to try as much as possible to connect these three things together. The broad theme of this conference is the forces of impact, influence, and income. I'm going to be checking the charts from time to time. Awesome. I can see some people are on board already. So I'm going to be checking the charts from time to time to get your feedback too. All right. So, but let's continue. So the next question we want to ask is this, because I love defining terms. It's not just enough to say impact, influence, and income. What are these things at the core? Because you hear people throw these words about. Oh, I want to be impactful. Oh, I want to be influential. Oh, I want to make money. I want to make income. What do these words mean? And I wrote here in my notes, I said, what is influence? What is influence? If we must know how to maintain influence while we make more income, it's important that we dissect the meaning of that word influence. What is influence? And the dictionary defines influence as this. Pay close attention. The capacity to have an effect. The capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself. That's what influence is. The moment, I wrote here, the moment you are able to affect the character, the development, or behavior of someone or something, you are automatically an influencer. So when you hear the word influencer, what should come to your mind is this. This person that calls himself an influencer, has he or she been able to affect the character, development, or behavior of someone? One person. That's what makes you an influencer. An influencer, you're not an influencer until you it's not until you have thousands of following on Instagram that you are an influencer, that you become an influencer. No, you become an influencer the day you can affect the character, the way someone behaves, their way of life. Someone, it could be one person. That day is the day you have become an influencer. The next thing I wrote here is this. The moment you are able to affect the character, development, or behavior of a group of people, not just one person now, a group of people, then you are influential. So you are influential. See, many of you listening to me right now, you think your idea of being influential is wrapped up in number of followings. I call those things vanity metrics. Are they important? Yes, they are. Can they be faked? Yes, they can be faked. But that's not the core of being influential. The core of being influential is your ability to influence a group of people. A group of people, the behavior, how they behave, their character, and their development. The moment you can do this, whether it's 5 people, whether it's 3 people, whether it's 2 people, whether it's 10 people, whether it's 10,000 people, you are influential. You are influential. So having defined what influence is, what being an influencer is, and what being influential is, the next thing we want to define is impact. Impact. Because these are two words that have been used over the years, and many people just use these words and they don't understand what these words mean. So what is impact? The dictionary defines impact as the action, mark the word action, the action of one object coming forcibly into contact with another. The action of one object coming forcibly into contact with another object. That's what impact is. That's what impact is. So the question now is, what is the relationship between impact, influence, and income? What's the relationship? Because, see, guys, the day I understood this, right, was the day that my finances took a dramatic turn. The day I understood impact, influence, and income was the day my finances, my life took a dramatic turn. And I want to help you. I want to bring you into that place where you can understand these amazing forces. They are called them forces. They are amazing forces that can transform your life radically. All right. So let's continue. Now, I want to ask a question at this point, and I need you guys to engage, right? I need you guys to engage. I know I don't have so much time, so I'm going to use like 1 or 2 minutes to do this. So I'm going to be checking the comment section. I'm going to ask a question right now. The question is this: can a person be influential and not impactful? Can a person be influential and not impactful? That's the question. So I'm going to be looking in the comment section for your answers, right? And anyone helping me behind the scene, if you can put some of the answers on the screen, I'll really appreciate it, right? So can a person be influential and not impactful? Can a person be influential and not impactful? Based on our definition. All right, Favor Kese says, yes, a person can be influential and not impactful. Deborah Nojeta says, yes, it's possible, sir. All right, amazing. Do we have any other response? Do we have any other response? Beyond Motivation says, yes, a person can be influential and not impactful. Amazing responses, amazing responses. But I put it to you, listen, guys. A person, can be impactful and not be influential, but a person can't be influential without first being impactful. Let me repeat it again. A person can be impactful and not be influential, but a person can't be influential without first being impactful. And I'm going to explain. Hold on, calm down, relax. We are in this together. We are reading this train together. Relax. I'm going to explain. All right. Now, what do I mean by this? Impact based on our definition here, focuses on just magnitude. Impact focuses on just magnitude. Boom. The effect something, an object, has on another object. That's impact. Impact. So it focuses on magnitude, results. Results. So when we say someone is impactful, we are trying to examine their. All right, guys. Guys, are you with me? Let me know in the comment section, or just type A if you can hear me, if you're with me. If you're with me. I think my network, my internet connection just disconnected there for a minute. So just let me know if you can hear me so I can continue. If you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know so we can continue. All right, amazing. So let's go. So I was talking about what impact focuses on, right? So impact focuses on magnitude, results. What value can this person bring to the table? It focuses on value, it focuses on results, it focuses on magnitude. While influence focuses on scale. Someone write it down, type it in the comment section. Scale. Impact focuses on magnitude. Influence focuses on scale. Impact focuses on magnitude. Influence focuses on scale. If your impact, with this definition, guys, if your impact cannot be scaled, you can't be influential. Let me repeat that again. If your impact cannot be scaled, the magnitude of your impact, if it cannot be scaled, then you cannot be influential, because being influential focuses on numbers. This is very important, because see, many of you listening to me right now, you are impactful in your own small domain. You are impactful. You are doing stuff. You are doing amazing things in your small domain. Nobody knows you yet. You are there having impact. The reason why you are not yet influential is because you have not scaled that impact. You have not scaled that impact. Let's continue. This is getting interesting, right? It's getting interesting. So the question is, how does impact and influence affect your income? These three things are tied together. They are not separate. Before, I used to think, many years ago, I used to think impact is a separate thing. Influence is another separate thing. Then income is a separate thing entirely. But that's not true. Impact, influence, and income, they come together. They are like three chords that must form in order for you to do anything in this life that will amount to success. Impact, influence, income. Now, this is the formula. I don't want you to forget this formula. I don't want you to forget this formula ever. Write it somewhere. Impact multiplied by influence is equals to income. You can type it in the comment section, guys. Impact multiplied by influence is equals to income. Let me give you an example, right? Let's say Smypreneur. This conference, for example, is an impactful conference. Is an impactful conference, right? Guys, this is going to change your life. This is going to change your life, right? Change. Okay. Someone posted something on the screen. Influence is scaled impact. Influence is when you scale the impact you have. I'm going to give an example now using this conference. So, for example, this is the big game conference. The big game conference. No doubt, this conference is impactful. It's an impactful conference because what I'm saying now has the potential to change your life. It has the potential to change your income, right? It's impactful to you. But look at the catch here, right? For us to make more income, let's say, for example, at the end of this conference or at the end of my section, I'm going to do an upset for a product that I have, right? Now, as much as impactful as this conference is, if only one person is watching, I can't make money. If only one person, if as impactful as this conference is, I come here, I'm speaking with so much passion, and only one person is viewing this live section right now, my income level cannot increase. But the moment we don't change the impact, this impact is still the same, right? Guys, listen, this impact is still the same. What I'm saying right now is still the same. It's not going to change. It's impactful. And I am able to scale what I'm saying now to you to reach 1 million people. 1 million people. 1 million people are able to view this live section. What would happen to my income? Automatically, my income would jump through the roof. This is the connection between impact and income, and many people are missing it. That's why they keep complaining, I am broke. Though I have so much value, though I have so much in me, I am still broke. I am impactful. I know what I can do. I have the skills, but I am still broke. It's because you have not focused yet on the influence angle of the equation. Impact multiplied by influence is equals to income. So if I'm selling a product worth 20,000 naira, that is the worth of the product. Estimated worth of the impact of that product is 20,000 naira. Even though it's more than that, you can never properly estimate intangible products, intangible knowledge. You can never. We put a price on it because we just want to put a price on it so people can pay attention. You can never estimate it. It could be way more than that. But let's use 20,000 naira to just put a price on it and say this product I'm putting out is 20,000. This is the impact of this product. It's a 20,000 naira impact product. I want you guys to follow me. And I am able to scale this product to reach just 20 persons. 20 persons. That would be 20,000 multiplied by 20%, which is influence. Remember, I told you influence focuses on scale and numbers, while impact focuses on magnitude and results, right? That would be 400,000 in profit. Now, imagine I don't change the impact of the product. The impact of the product is still 20,000. And I'm able to scale the influence of that product to, let's say, 1,000 people. Still the same product, the same impact to 1,000 people. What would that be? That would be 20 million naira. 20 million naira. What happened? Impact did not change. Impact did not change. What changed was influence. Impact did not change. What changed was influence. So a tiny shift in influence, even though impact remains constant, would lead to a dramatic shift in your income. Write that down somewhere. A shift in influence, impact remaining constant, would lead to a radical change in your income. This is the relationship between the three. This is the relationship between the three. So the question now is, what can you do with this information I've shared with you? It's not just enough to know the connection between impact, influence, and income. It's not just enough. What are you supposed to do with this information? What are you supposed to do with this information in order to change your game? Number one is discover your impact zone and dominate it. There are several impact zones. We have impact zones in governance. We have impact zones in media. We have impact zone in entertainment. We have impact zone in family and religion. There are different impact zones. We call them mountains of the world. Mountains of the world. Right? There are seven of them. You can go and make your research. There are 7 of them. You have to discover where your impact zone is and dominate it. You have to be very good at it. Very good at it. Dominate that zone. Then the next step is not just to dominate. Many of you are impactful already. You can do stuff. It's not just enough to dominate. You have to grow your influence. You have to grow your influence. You have to be intentional about putting your impact, the impact of your skill, the impact of your talent, the impact of your ideas in the face of so many people. You have to crave influence. Many of you are too shy. I am shy. That's why you are broke. Shy people are broke people. Because even though they have so much to offer the world, they keep it inside of them. Then someone who doesn't know as much as you know, someone who is not as good as you are, is making so much wave because they are willing, they have the courage to put that little thing that God has blessed them with in front of many people. They grow their influence, and you are wondering, why is their income growing? Why is their income growing? Why is their income growing? Thank you so much, Adeboye David. He just posted it up. 7 spheres of influence: family, economy, government, religion, education, media, and celebration. I think that should be entertainment, right? Entertainment, arts. So, guys, I need you guys. This is what you need to do. Then number 3. The moment you get number 1 right and number 2 right, your income will grow as you grow in impact and influence. Your income will grow as you grow in impact and influence. Guys, this is important. The day I discovered this formula, my life changed. Many of you, your problem is not value. People say value is money. It's a lie. Value is not money. Value is not money, guys. Are you following me? Value is not money. I need to set up my light. Just give me a few moments. All right, value is not money. They tell you value is money. Value is money. Value is not money. What is money? What is income? Income is value, impact, exchanged with a lot of people, influence. Right? Value exchanged with people who need what you have to offer is what's equal to money, income. All right? So, guys, if you can get this, your life will change. Your life will change. Your income will change. Your income will change. All right. So, in the next few minutes I have, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 ways to maintain influence as you make more income. Right? So, I've defined what impact is. I've defined what influence is. I've defined what income is. I've shared with you the relationship between these 3 factors, these 3 forces of a successful life. Right? Now, I want to share with you 7 ways to maintain influence as you make more income. I'm going to just rush through them. Remember, I started this section by stating that whatever makes a thing is what will be required to maintain that thing and even grow that thing. take the example of the plants I gave, right? So number one, never forget where you are coming from. Remain humble and hungry at all times. That's number one. If you want to maintain your influence as you make more income, don't get carried away with the money you're making. That you begin to forget where you're coming from. That you begin to forget how you started this journey. Many of us, we forget so fast. You make some millions, you begin to forget that there were days when you were drinking Gary. You begin to forget that there were days when you were trekking. You begin to forget that there were days when you were begging people to send you money for data. Don't forget, remain humble and hungry at all times. Never forget where you're coming from. Never. I have pictures of where I am coming from. From time to time, I go back to those pictures and I look at those pictures, and gratitude wells up inside of me. And I tell God, God, thank you for how far you've brought me. I may not be where I want to be right now, but I'm glad, I'm grateful I'm not where I used to be. It helps me. It keeps me in the right frame of mind so that I don't get carried away by the income I'm making, by the impact I'm making, and by the influence I already have. It doesn't get me carried away. All right? So, number two, you must come and remain. You must first come and remain under a higher influence. I wish I had time to dwell on this. This is like the core of gaining influence, maintaining influence, and growing influence. You must learn how to come under and remain under a higher influence. See, listen, you cannot influence anybody if you are not under influence yourself. You cannot. That's the way the world works. You can't influence anybody if you're not under the influence, under a higher influence. And I'm not just talking about mentorship now. Mentorship is a higher influence. I'm talking about a higher influence, a higher spiritual influence. You must come under a higher spiritual influence, and you must come under a higher man-made influence. The influence of man and the influence of a spirit. Spiritual influence and human influence. Mentorship, you must come under that if you want to maintain influence. Let me share a brief story with you, right, about this, right? So, I heard this story some time ago that a young lawyer was looking for a job. He was very good, right? He was looking for contracts. He was looking for people to work with him. He started his own firm, his own law firm. But things were not moving as planned. Things were not moving as planned for him in his business. What did he do? One day he went to meet the highest ranking lawyer in his community. The man was a son. He went to meet the man, and he told the man, he said, "Sir, business is not moving for me. My law firm is crumbling. Clients are not coming. What can I do? Help me out. Help me out." And this man, this advanced lawyer, told him something. He said, "Every week, I want you to come and see me for 1 hour. Every week, I want you to come and see me for 1 hour." And this young lawyer started going to see this advanced lawyer, this older lawyer that was accomplished, every week. And what this man would do when he comes to see him was just to hold him by the hand and walk with him around his premises, around his office, around his workplace. Just walk with him. One day, he called the man. He told the man, he said, "Sir, I've come here for like 2 times now. All you ever do for me is just to carry me by the hand and walk with me, and then you gist with me, you tell me stories and all that. Sir, how is this going to help my business?" And the advanced lawyer laughed. That day when he left, people came to meet him, and they were like, "Sir, we would like to work with you. We would love to work with you. We would love to work with you. We would love to work with you." And clients began to pour in. It was later he now realized what this man was doing. As the man was carrying him by the hand and walking around, what the man was doing was the man was transferring the influence that he has on this other guy's life. So people were now thinking that for this man that is so influential, to work with this man, just with him, telling stories. That means this boy must know what he's talking about. So instead of us going to this man for this job, this boy looks like someone that can also do it. Let's consult him. And that was how the guy's business boomed, because he came under a higher influence. I always tell people this: mentorship will shorten your journey. Mentorship, that's another topic for another day. I don't have the time to go into that. This number 2 point, I can stay on this point for 2 days and I'm not done. It's vast. Number 3, let's move on. Number 3, invest heavily in yourself. People, invest heavily in yourself, invest heavily in people, invest heavily in communities, invest heavily in systems. Invest heavily in these things. Cash, I always tell people, cash is the least form of currency. Cash. The highest form of currency you have at your disposal is relationships. People. First and foremost, invest in yourself. Secondly, people. Investing in people. Thirdly, communities. Fourth, systems. These things are currencies. I tell you, the moment you have cash in your account that you're not using, convert it immediately to relationships. Influence. Number 4, own and grow your own platform. Own and grow your own platform. If you want to maintain influence, you have to own and grow your own platform. Don't grow your platform on rented land alone. Don't grow your platform on rented land. If you don't have an email list yet, invest in building your email list. A platform that you can control. A platform that you can control. Invest heavily in that. Number 5, invest in visibility. You are too hidden. Let the world know that you exist. Emmanuel, let the world know that you exist. Nathaniel, my brother, is in the building. I hear you, bro. Right? Let the world know that you exist. Invest in marketing. You are too good to be hiding. Don't be like that unfaithful servant that was given 1 talent, and what he could do was to go and hide the talent. Don't hide it. Expose it to the world. Market. Have a marketing budget. See, if you are making money, if you're making money and you don't have a marketing budget, you don't have a visibility budget, I can tell you that you'll be broke soon. You will be broke soon. My mentor would fondly say, he would say, rich people, R-O-I-C-H, rich people, R-O-E-A-C-H. If you want to remain rich, you have to be able to reach people with your impact. I've already talked about that. I'm not going to stress on that too much. Number 6, solve problems and showcase your results. Don't just solve problems, guys. See, this is the mistake many of you make. You solve problems, but you don't showcase the problems you solved. You don't showcase your results. You think that you are being too proud by showing the world that these are the things that you accomplished. These are the results that you've accomplished. No! Even the Bible said it. It said, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father that is in heaven. You have to let your light shine. If anybody becomes uncomfortable with your light, block them. Cut them off your life. Don't dim your light. Don't put your light under a bushel because you want to make someone else comfortable. If they don't want to level up, let them be. Cut them off. Move on with your life. Show your results. Let people know this is what I've been able to accomplish for client A, client B, client C. Don't just remain. You solve a problem. Listen, guys, you solve a problem, and then you don't want to know you don't want to let the world know that you are the one that solved this problem. Sooner or later, someone will come and take credit for your work, and that person would now become the one that would now get the accolades, that will get the money that you deserve. Haven't you had a situation where someone is like, man, this idea dropped in my heart. Oh, I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to do it. Now somebody else has done it. That's how it happens. You have an idea in your heart. It's not ready to showcase it to the world. You have a talent. It's not ready to showcase it to the world. You are keeping it hidden. You are keeping it hidden. Showcase your results. See, it is not the person that solves the problem that gets the reward. No. I was watching a movie recently. The title of the movie is Unstoppable. Denzel Washington and Chris Pine, right? In that movie, a train veered off course, right? And there was no driver, no conductor on the train. The train was just moving at a very high speed, right? Now, these two guys were the guys that made the train to stop. They were the ones, they did some things in order to make the train to stop. But you know, the funny thing about the story is that they were not the only ones involved in that endeavor. If you watch that movie, you will notice that hundreds of people were involved in stopping that train, in one way or the other. For example, the police people, they were clearing people, evacuating people from environments where the train was going to pass through, or it looked as if the train was going to crash, so that people will not get hurt. They were evacuating people, police cars. They were trying to run with the car to see how. But at the end of that situation, it was these two men that were recognized as the people who saved the train. Two men. How can two men save a train? Why were they recognized? Because as they were stopping the train, network news was capturing them on television. They were the only two people that were on television that people were seeing as the people that were orchestrating the train rescue. Whereas the other people who were working behind the scene, nobody saw them. Nobody saw them. At the end of the day, the story came out that two men stopped a train. And I looked at the scenario and I laughed and I picked the lesson. It is not those who solve problems that get rewarded. It is those who solve problems and showcase their results that get rewarded. Stop hiding. Amaka, stop hiding. Inkechi, stop hiding. Adeboye, stop hiding. Number 7, and the last, and I'm done for this section. Be ready to fight fear, laziness, self-doubt, distraction, and procrastination. These are the things that would keep you from maintaining your influence and moving to the next level. Fear, laziness, I fight with these things daily. They are daily demons. I call them demons that you must fight every day. Fear, laziness, self-doubt. You doubt yourself too much. You have an idea, you begin to doubt yourself. Am I sure I can do this thing? Am I sure I can do this thing? That is self-doubt. It's a demon. The next one is distraction. You are easily distracted. Then the last one is procrastination. You procrastinate a lot. These 5 demons, you must fight them and you must conquer them every single day. Guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm done with my section. I want to believe that you got value. I want to believe that you got value from this section. I believe that you got value. If you got value, let me know in the comment section. Drop the fire emoji. Drop whatever you want to drop to show that you got value from this particular section, right? I don't know. Are we taking questions, or we are done for this section?
We'll go for a short break before the question and answer. We'll go for a short break. After the short break, we'll be back for our question and answer section.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Sazim. That session was very, very, very powerful. How to maintain influence even as you make income. Thank you very, very much. So we'll be taking questions. So you can ask your questions in the comments, and then the questions will be pinned on the screen so that we can see your questions. Please drop your questions in the comments. If you have any question at all, drop it in the comments, and then we'll be picking a few questions. You have any question, just drop it in the comments. If we have questions, please, let's drop our questions in the comments. Okay, so while we wait for their questions, I have a question to ask.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so what advice will you give to someone who is making influence? This person is impacting a group of persons or a group of people, but then the person is not seeing the required income he or she is expecting. Like this person knows that, okay, I'm benefiting people's life, but then I do not know how to translate these things to make more income. What advice will you give such a person?
Okay, number one, if you're not making income, it means that you are not selling something. The world revolves around selling, right? And I always give this example. If you're not, I think Emeka Nobis talked about during his section where he said, if you're not selling, you're wicked. All right, and this is why it's important. If you don't sell, based even on in the, if we bring it down to life sustainability, your ability to exchange the carbon dioxide you have for the oxygen that the plant around you produces is what keeps you alive on a very basic level, right? So you sell carbon dioxide to the plants and then you buy oxygen from the plants in order for you to survive, right? So if you are impactful, you have influence, you're growing your influence and it's not reflecting your income, it's because you don't have a product. You don't have a product. You have to productize your impact. You have to productize your impact, right? You have to, and before you create a product, don't get too emotional about your products, because this is one thing I see many people do. They are too emotional about their products. The question you need to ask yourself, you must do what I call market research. I am not emotional when it comes to product creation, right? You have to do market research and find out, what do my people need, right? Not what they need. No, what do they want? People want something, right? What do they want? Wants and needs are different. It's an entire topic entirely that I cannot go into right now, right? Wants and needs are different, right? So identify what people want, because what the mistake many people do is that they create products that cater for people's needs. That is why, first and foremost, the product does not sell, because needs are boring. Needs involve hard work, and nobody wants to work hard. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to, go through that whole stuff, right? That goes into getting what they need, right? But people want stuff. People want to be rich. People want to make more money. People want to appear influential. People want to be safe. People want to be secure, right? People want to feel safe. People want to feel secure. People want to be healthy. People want to be healthy. People want to live long, right? So once you can identify what the people that you are influencing want, you can now create a product based on that want, right? Pull them in, then give them what they want and what they need together. This is very important. Recently I saw a Facebook post. That was the author of the post was complaining, right, that she did a training, a free training, and called people to come, and the number of people that turned up for that training were like 100. They were in their hundreds. She was expecting like 500 people to turn up, but about 100 people just turned up for that training, right? Then the next time she called a beach party. She called a beach party, and before you know what was happening, thousands of people showed up for a beach party. And she was like wondering, I was calling people for personal development, nobody showed up, and now I called a beach party and so many people showed up. What's going on? Nigerians don't like knowledge. Nigeria don't do this. Nigeria don't and all that. And I in my mind, I was like, so I said something in my mind. I was like, what people want is people want to chill. People want to enjoy. People want to have fun, right? If you create a product, let's say beach party value conference or beach party hangout, right? With so and so person, people will turn up for what they want, which is the fun, which is having fun at the beach and all that. Then as they turn up, you then give them what they need, which is that personal development that you want to sell to them, right? Which is that personal development you want to sell to them. And before you know what's happening, you start making money. You increase your income. So there's a lot, I can't teach a lot about sales, but if you want to make income, you have to create a product. Now, either you create a product or you pick a product. That's why I love affiliate marketing. I do affiliate marketing. I have my own products that I've created. I also do affiliate marketing, because with affiliate marketing, I don't need to go through the stress of creating a product. I can pick a hot product that is very good and recommend it to my audience and say, guys, look at this product. I think it's going to be very good for you guys based on what you guys want at this particular point in time. Go get the product. And once they go get the product, I get a commission in sales, right? And it impacts on my income, right? So I do affiliate marketing. I have products. I create products. So you have to be a creator. You can't just be impacting people and influencing people, then you don't have a product. You'll be broke with capital letter C. All right, any other question?
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, I can hear you now, Deboyo. You're saying something.
Okay, I think we have one more question from the comment. The person said, how do I discover my area of impact? So let's just talk about this in 1 to 2 minutes. How do this person discover his area of impact?
First, this question is a lengthy question, but I'm just going to summarize this. How to discover your area of impact? Number one, you have to be self-aware. Take a personality test. Start with taking a personality test to understand what you are good at, what you are strong at, your strengths, your weaknesses, right? Then you can then start from there. It starts with self-awareness. So there's this website that I always recommend for personality tests, right? 16personalities.com. 16personalities.com. That's a very, very good website that you can go to analyze your strengths and your weakness. There's another website. Let me look for it quickly. I think it's my creative type. Let me just confirm, guys. Yes, mycreativetype.com. So these two websites, right, are websites that you can use to evaluate yourself. Know your strengths. What am I good at? What are my strengths? Then know your weaknesses. What are my weaknesses? Then know how can I leverage on my strengths? What areas do I fit in? Then the next thing is, you need to go back to spiritual intelligence, right? You need to go back to spiritual intelligence and connect spiritual intelligence and know what is this thing? What am I made for? What have I been designed for? Do you understand? So there's a lot to talk about discovering your impact zone that cannot be exhausted in 2 minutes. But you can start with taking a personality test, knowing your strengths, and then moving on from there. If you want to talk, if you want to get more info about this, you can always send me a DM, and I'll be glad to assist you further. Not for free, though.
Thank you very much, Sazim. Yes, not for free. Thank you. The next section is about to commence by 6:05. But I want to say thank you for blessing us with your knowledge today. Thank you for blessing us with your stream of knowledge. And I hope everyone here, I know that everyone here has learned 1 or 2 things. Thank you very much for being part of the Big Game Conference. So we are closing, and then we'll get set for the next session. Thank you for coming, and stay tuned for the next section.